like I said, the fact of the matter is we're going head to head with pro level people. There's no large gap in skill. It's so tiny that it's up in the air, and I just can't wait to see what these guys pull out.
And these are some very long-time veterans here, too, so those stats have been forged over quite a few tournament appearances at this point. Going into a very, very important final match to start the season off. Let's see what happens. Going into Combat Lab, pretty straightforward choice. Okay, we got the Wei versus the Raymer. Very interesting matchup. Raymer, of course, going to be doing his absolute best to keep Wei Shan out, but Wei Shan has those really beefy hitboxes of his own, that massive glaive. He can get in pretty easily, as we're seeing right now, trying to go for a huge juggle.
Oh my goodness, yes. Brock, if he's got enough right now to control the map, and that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to zone him, keep him where he wants to put him so he can just take him straight off the map and hit his combos. But as I said before, Rancid quick with the combos, and you cannot not say somebody's out of the game just yet.
Yeah, great use of the burst by both players, but they are now entering extremely vulnerable territory. Will this be—
Oh my goodness, first!
Fantastic use of that super jump, but immediately
right back. Oh my goodness, it's just in a blink of an eye, a game can go from just what is going to happen to bam, it's over. You see, go ahead.
Yeah, entering into very fresh new stocks here. Both players still relatively healthy, just entering in their to the end of their first band there. Yeah, we are in green band for Raymer now. Yeah, this is still very much in the percentage where Wei Shan can get these devastating combos off the side, as we're seeing right here. Fantastic use of the burst to keep himself alive there.
Had to use that, or I was going to say it was over, but it still is over. I mean, my man Mask right here is just controlling the map, controlling the movement, controlling the pace. I think Brock has to step it up right now. He's got to pull something out, throw him off, change his tactics. Something has to change for him right now because he is getting worked.
Going for a big play right there, but unfortunately not happening. Oh no!
Oh my goodness, I thought it was over for him. And look, just like that, just pulls it, turns around, went from being almost knocked off with the down air just to pulling it back out.
Yeah, we both had that same thought there, man, but he managed to pull himself just back from the brink of death and immediately respond with a stock of his own, forced to burn the burst early.
Mask controlling, staying in the center of the stage, not letting him touch the stage, not giving him any leeway. Brock now is finally starting to get a little mixed up as I say that. Right, what did I say? You cannot call it one way. It can change just like that, folks.
Little bit of an early burn on Rancid there too, but he's managing to make the most of it. Gets back to the stage and takes Brock all the way off. Still going.
Still going. Rancid he won't stop, man. He is controlling this Brock. Looking like he's trying to get him on the edge, trying to keep him there. Maybe pull something out right here to get another stock off of him because he needs it.
Oh, beautiful extra jump in there too, and he manages to convert it all the way into the kill with that devastating up air that Raymer comes packing.
He needs now to put the pressure on. He doesn't need to take any damage. He doesn't need to put himself in a precarious position, and I think it's too late for that. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, my heart skipped right there.
Yeah, speaking of precarious positions, man. Still very rough. Oh, phenomenal use.
Oh, waste of the burst equals KO.
Had to burn it. He was dead if he decided not to use it there, but at the end of the day, Rancid he absolutely knew where he needed to be, exactly where to place himself to take advantage of that opening. Takes himself a game 1 lead early on.
Very early, my goodness, that was it. I mean, honestly, Rancid controlled that map the entire time. Every stock, he was in the middle. Wherever Brock was going, he was there. Wherever thought he had, he was, man, Brock is going to have to switch it up, change his plan, because whatever he came out with in that first round is not going to cut it.
Very impressive, too, considering that Wei Shan is a very slow character and Raymer is a zoner. Traditionally,
I believe you're going to say see the opposite. Yeah, I believe he was going to say you would see the opposite, and I do agree with that.
Okay,
so
Southern Peak for game 2. Oh, are we having a little bit of technical difficulties? It looks like we might be. Okay, no big deal. Getting fixed. All right, going right back into the thick things. Sovereign Peak, that's online play. That's how it works sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it's how it goes. But here we go, folks. Round 2. Let's see if Brock has something different to pull out of his sleeve, out of his bag of tricks.
Very large open stage, no surprise there. The zoner gets a little bit of extra room to breathe. No breathing going on right now, though. These players are scrapping right in each other's faces.
like you said, it's crazy to see Rancid be in his face, hit, combo, move, push, just so quickly. He's supposed to be the slower character, and honestly, if this is your first time watching, you would not believe that.
Yeah, base the burst there, and he manages to keep Wei Shan in the air. It can be so difficult to get down sometimes against all these projectiles just coming barraging towards you.
Man, oh man. Rancid still controlling the edge, controlling the map. Brock is doing a lot better job of doing what this character does best, which is zoning, but a nice little up air. As I said that, he's doing a way better job, and it is paying off. He needs to keep this up.
Very quick response, though. Great use of the juggle with that relatively weak up air by Wei Shan's kit standards, but the nice thing about that is it makes a lot of room for follow-ups and taking full advantage of it in that situation.
If there's nothing else you need to know about this game is follow-ups. If you can't follow up something, you're dead in the water. You're dead fish in the water.
You got it. And we're seeing Brock take a little bit of a change in tactics here. You saw a little bit ago, he managed to get on the other side of Wei Shan there, but rather than trying to run back and gain control of center stage, he just went right into scrap again. He's actually managing to smother him a little bit. Yes,
it's looking like a whole different round as he takes another stock off of my man. Look,
Okay. Oh, these guys are actually in the wrong game mode right now. Whoops.
Okay, wrong game mode.
That was bad. Okay, we'll get back in. Oh, well, we saw a little bit of an early glance at the change in tactics at the very least, because again, traditionally, zoner versus heavy, you know how that's supposed to go, but we actually saw a little bit of a reverse. Wei Shan doing some really good use of actually using his big anti-air hitboxes to block out some of the projectiles. So Brock's like, you know what? If you're stuffing out my projectiles, screw it. I'm going in. Catch these hands.
Exactly. And that's what he needs to do. The aggressiveness, he needs to keep the aggressiveness up, because I think he played a little passive, and sometimes you have to do that. When you're at this high level, you want to feel out your opponent, see what they're going to go for, and I think he might have not have wanted it to go as long as it did in the first round, but it is what it is. That's in the past. You got to look forward. He changed it up. He's pushing a little more. He's keeping edge control. He's not letting Rancid hold the middle of the stage like he wants to. Hopefully Brock can keep this flow up and turn this around for himself.
Yeah, and that is the mark of an experienced player, right? So it is the kind of situation where you go into it, like you said, passive, just very standard, straightforward, neutral, seeing a little bit about what your opponent's going to do. The main difference we see over and over and over again about these people who put themselves at the top are that they can immediately adapt and adapt quickly. You don't have the thinking time to spend a few rounds deciding how your opponent's playing and trying to come up with appropriate counter strategies. You need to be quick about it.
Yes, 100%. And like you said, that's what separates pro players from great players. You know what I mean? Just the fact that you've put yourself in every situation possible, so you know, hey, this isn't working. It's time to try plan B. And you also have plan C and also have plan D. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing right now. And I really this high level is amazing. I love seeing it.
Oh yeah, man. All right, so it looks like we're starting to get the technical difficulties resolved with the players right now, get ourselves back into the main thing. So tell me a little bit about your history with Rushdown Revolt, man, while we're waiting for the game to start back up. What do you think about the game? What's your experience with it? What do you think?
Honestly, I love it. I personally have been looking for something new in the fighting game scene, something different. The combos, the fastness, that matches my style of gameplay. I found this probably about 2-3 months ago, watching one of these tournaments, and it's really awesome to have watched that and downloaded the game, bought a Founders Pack immediately, freaking love it, going to be riding with it forever, and then get to actually shoutcast one of these tournaments. It's awesome, love it, been telling every friend I know about it. I work at a game store, every customer that buys anything that's fighting related, I tell them about it. Like, this is an amazing game. It's just so much high octane, like we were saying before, it can change just like that. There's not many tournaments and games that you can get that high level.
You got it, man. All right, it looks like we're bringing things back together here. Let's get you into the lobby. All right, just production getting both our commentators back in here, and then we'll get going, hopefully with the correct rule set this time.
Hello everybody, it's your friendly problem-solving Mangoose. So what happened was we had a bit of just like a logic gate issue. I don't really know what happened, but it seems that it decided to go back to whoever was running the lobby beforehand, so it just kind of swapped game modes on us.
It says Alpha build in the top corner there for a reason.
Oh yeah. Saucy, if you were not in the game, I am now streaming in Discord. So
3, 2, 1.
Cool. All right, getting right back into it. Going back to the same stage, not really changing anything up, and Brock not changing his strategy of getting right in Wei's face here. Oh no, okay.
Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. Sorry.
Okay, no problem at all. Oh, good use of parry, but Brock prepared for it. Yeah, you're caught up. Oh no!
Oh, here we go. Oh my goodness, the edge plate. That stuff that makes your heart sink right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Brock managing to steal the deal though.
Brock is playing a whole nother game. It's a whole nother game. I know it's looking bad for him right now, but I mean, he's up 2. He could do as much damage as he can right now before he loses his stock. It would be amazing for him.
Okay, good super jump, managing to pursue Wei all the way off stage. Burning his burst of his own. They're not maybe looking for a reversal opportunity there. Okay, well, both of them are gone at this point.
See where he got Brock in the main, pushing him to the edge. He's keeping his combos going. He's keeping the aggression that we talked about earlier going. He switched it up, but
oh,
man,
beautiful!
Rancid cannot be you can't count him out. You can't. Oh, I think a misuse.
If you burn all your resources there.
Yeah. A misuse right there led to losing that stop. But hey, still a valiant effort, a valiant match. Man, what'd you think about Brock in this one?
I think that he basically decided that the strategy was working. No need to change it up too much. We're on the same stage. Just go tried and true. Really was not giving any room to his zoning strategy. Just get in his face, keep him there. You saw him using that up air. You saw him using that down tilt, just keeping Wei Shan popped up. You've got a fairly long reaching down air as Wei Shan, but the hitbox is pretty skinny. It's easy to get to the side of it. It's easy to keep him in a juggling situation. And we saw him taking full advantage of that. Okay, we're gonna get Saucy into the lobby here, watching it with me in real time, so we're not desynced at all.
Yeah, that'd be a lot better. Give me 1 second. There we go.
Not to worry, folks. The players are not experiencing any lag.
Okay, you guys can't hear me, but I'm cackling at this man right now.
Yeah. Goose, like, a little bit of a shout out there to my Smash Ultimate brethren.
Oh yeah.
All right, I think we're getting back into it. Platform Alpha as the stage selection here. Interesting choice, a fairly neutral stage in the grand scheme of things. I don't think it's too biased towards either player, but I will say that Wei Shan, that neutral air covers platforms so effectively.
I was going to say the first round had the platforms in. I feel like Rancid did a lot better with that. I think that's his type of map, and that's what he's going for. And we see him coming straight out the gate, doing what he wants to do. And I think this might be his map for him.
Yeah, go for that very early bridge combo off the side of the stage. We're seeing Brock starting to bring it back, going for the super jump, manages to connect the back hit of the neutral air. Okay, here comes Rancid, though.
Rancid, always controlling, always having something up his sleeve. He's not down. Oh, my goodness, super early.
Something up his sleeve indeed, man. My God. Okay, has to burn the burst, but it's baited out and manages to get immediate follow-up.
That's what you need to do. If you get knocked, you need to get him out quickly before you take damage, and Brock knows that. Rancid still controlling edge, controlling stage, controlling air.
Okay, good use of the Dragon Fang.
Great burst. Rancid not giving him any leeway, not giving him an inch to hold this platform at all. Brock having to think on his feet.
Yeah, cutting right to the orb there with that forward tilt, and that was enough. He tried to protect himself with a projectile. In theory, a good strategy, but really, really good spacing on Rancid in there.
Rancid is showing you it's not all about speed. If you got the right strategy, he's keeping him at arm's length is what boxers would call it. That just not letting him get anywhere where he wants to be to position himself to let these combos off. As I say that though, Brock just turning it around and doing what he wants.
Beautiful parry on the platform as well, and he manages to make this a relatively even game.
Here we go, back 2 stocks apiece. Rancid not taking that. Oh my God, looking for an early knocked off with the combo.
Okay, speaking of combos, Brock coming back again, still pursuing, even outside of true hit stun. Okay, forced to burn the burst.
Great burst, saved him right there. If he did not use that right then, that was it.
Yeah, still a win for Brock though. Did a ton of damage and forced him to burn the burst, which means he could not use it in that situation where it also really mattered.
And we're back in the same situation as last round. Brock having 2 stocks, needing to put out as much damage as he can before he loses that. And he's doing a great job of it right now.
Oh, tries to get a heavy follow-up there. That likely would have been the stock, but not quite able to connect it. Good DI on Brock's end.
Brock keeping him at bay, barely taking any damage until right there. That's like the second hit that Rancid has landed on him since he's gotten down to this last stock.
Oh yeah, all coming from that really strong up special. A pretty difficult move to deal with, especially after being changed in one of those recent patches. Oh, perfect jab on the tilt, and then you're into the kill.
Follow up, but sorry, but does Rancid have what it takes to keep at bay Brock and keep him off the map, keep him juggled up, and finish this off?
As it turns out, he does
He
not.
does not.
He was trying to bring it back
swear.
there. But very, very clean last stock from Brock there. Manages to take this ending game without a single hit on him.
Oh my goodness. I swear they hear me ask these questions and they answer them before I get to.
Commentator curse, the all-time classic.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Look, Brock has to, in my opinion, change it up. This is he's got what he's got right now, but I feel like Rancid's learning, and I feel like that won't cut it in this next one.
I feel like the stage did make a bit of a difference too. Like you said, Rancid was making very, very good use of those platforms. We saw both players doing some pretty impressive plays there. They both managed to parry each other on the platform. That is a risky move to go for.
Yes.
It happened to work out for them there, but I would say overall Rancid was just able to get a little bit more extension going. His neutral looked a little cleaner on there. I mean, keep in mind, relatively neutral. These are some of the best players in the game, but just able to make a little bit more use of it. So I'm curious to see what the stage twist will be. And apparently a bit of a disagreement from the players themselves, because we're going right back to Platform Alpha.
Oh man. I guess we are going to see who is the superior on the platform map. Listen, like I was saying earlier when you asked me how long I've been into it, like, I've been watching a lot of gameplay, but it just still blows my mind the reaction time these guys have in some of these things.
Yeah, I've kind of accepted that I simply am too old to ever be great at this game. I still love playing it, but my God, the speed and the tracking you need. My God.
It's other level, yes. I'm with you. Playing it it's these guys are like computers, man.
Yeah.
Just the movement, like reaction. You see Brock already trying to take him off map. And then Rancid's reacting just perfectly, coming back. They've got counter after counter. This one is a little more methodical compared to the other rounds we've had, and I feel like they're both trying to catch the perfect counter.
Yeah. Okay, maybe a little too methodical there, just slightly slow on pulling the trigger, and Brock is able to get out of that hairy situation. Very, very slightly though. Basically anything will get him at this point.
Yes. And Rancid knows that. He's going to bait him to the edge and try to just keep him there. Oh my God!
Okay, good confirm. Yeah, neutral air not there.
Not how I saw that going for the first stock, but Brock is just gonna. He's out here performing miracles. So, oh my goodness!
He's still going.
I really thought he was going to do it again.
Yeah, he tried to get the blue gun on him there. Rancid was able to thankfully use the burst to avoid getting hit by that blue gun, which absolutely would have taken him off the side, no doubt about it. That move is incredibly strong. Uses up all your bullets, of course, so a pretty heavy cost to it.
It is a heavy cost, but it's also, it gets in the mind of your opponent. It's just, I'm willing to risk it all to get you out of here and have a bigger lead in this round. Like, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, that's one of those attacks where you just go, I am not afraid of you. I am sending a message right now. Speaking of sending a message! Rancid with that forward air right off the side.
My goodness, Rancid not giving any space, trying to maintain this lead, build it up a little bit more before he loses stock. He knows Brock is coming with something to get him clean off the map. Right there it is.
Okay, just a heavy flying across the screen there, yeah.
This one is, I feel like this one's a lot more even this round. It's a lot slower pace. And don't get me wrong, it is still fast paced, but compared to what they were doing in the first 2 rounds.
There's that blue gun. Yeah, he had no choice. He had to burn the burst. There was nowhere to go. Okay.
Late for, my goodness. My goodness.
Exact same situation for both of them. Just fearless offstage play, pushing them all the way to the side blast zones there.
I love the confidence in these players. I said that trying to get into a person's head, but what I can tell you right now is no one's getting in no one's head. They both still full of confidence, still know they have a chance to win this. And my goodness, I love seeing it. No fear.
Okay, Brock managing to go up again. It's just such a reliable confirm into that up air. It's such an important part of Raymer's kit.
Yes, that kill confirm is it's just so beautiful to watch.
Oh yeah. Like Raymer, you call him a zoner character all you want. He's got the long, lanky legs. He's got the guns. But when it actually comes to it, he can throw out some pretty heavy attacks.
Yes, very true. And as you can see it right there, using your resources, using your projectiles, puts them in a position so you can then send them on their